Wine sucks, by the way. Drink a real drink.
Wine's really good. It'll probably mellow you out.
Wine is for children.
Really?
It's for women and children.
No, it's not.
Wine is for women and children.
No, it's not.
And old men who.
Let's get dumb and have some fun. Let's get dumb and have some fun. Let's get dumb and have some fun. Get dumb and have some fun.
Welcome to Let's Get Dumb, the podcast where I, comedian Joe Kilgallen and comedian Jonah Jerkins, like to ask dumb questions, tell dumb stories, make dumb lists, and just have a dumb old time with you. Jonah, how you doing, you stupid fucking dumbass?
You fucking piece of shit. I'm great.
Oh, God, we're both swearing. 12 seconds in. YouTube's going to flag us.
We didn't talk about
That's okay. We don't have to.
Dingalings yet, though. That's fun.
But that word should be YouTube safe.
Dingaling? Dingaling?
Dingaling?
Yeah. I think so.
You keep giving me a hard time for eating too many ding-dongs, but I am actually eating ho-hos.
You keep forgetting that I call you Ding Dong because you're my little ho-ho.
I did not forget that.
No.
I never forgot that once. I joked with someone once saying I was posting a bunch of thirst traps. Ooh. And they said, who's taking them? I go, Jonah. And they go, I bet he signed up right away for that gig.
You damn right it did.
Yeah. And I said to him, I go, sorry for asking you to do this. And you said, don't you ever be sorry.
Right.
This is the nicest thing you've ever done for me.
Joe, I've been prepared for this my whole life. Mm-hmm.
You kept spraying me with a bottle to make me glisten.
Right.
It's very hot of you.
And I said, make love to me. Oh, the camera.
Exactly. Let's start off with some gratitude. We want to thank all of our listeners, everyone who subscribed to the YouTube, the Instagram, the TikTok's doing well. Mm-hmm. Producer Austin putting in the work there, getting some numbers up and going. So thank you to everyone for doing that. We got a fun one in store for you today. We're going to keep the March theme going of doing a bracket. Mm-hmm. We're going to offend some people probably. We're doing.
Wasn't our idea.
Producer Austin really wanted to do this.
Right.
Yeah, this was the OG bracket idea. We're bracketing countries, baby.
We're bracketing countries.
Not country food, not
which country we like better.
Just the country as a whole.
And
right.
just
not the people in the country.
Not the people in the country.
That could be discussed, though.
Don't take offense. We got some international listeners. I know we do.
Don't worry, America. You're
got
safe.
Some English.
Right.
A couple here or there in Ireland. I saw Spain and Canada. So again,
we don't know this
all
list.
In good fun.
We don't know the list.
We don't
Austin's
know.
came up with this list outside of us knowing.
I used stats. I didn't just pull countries out of my ass.
Right.
I definitely would have put Madagascar. But
his stat is just his dad's diary of his travels. So.
Well, that's what we should mention, that I am not well traveled. Like most Americans, I am not well traveled.
I'd also argue well educated.
46 credit hours of college. How many credit hours of college do you have?
I don't fucking know.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying. All right. So you've been to about 8 countries we've figured out? 9?
I think so. I haven't been to a lot. I haven't been to enough to really have
I'm going to say them. You say yes.
Okay.
So quick yes or no. Besides America, duh.
Yeah.
Canada.
Yeah, I actually have been.
Okay. It's a quick yes or no. And it was delayed and you were.
Well, I went on a cruise to Alaska. We stopped in Alaska or stopped in Canada. Excuse me.
There you go. So Canada. Yes.
Yes.
Mexico. Alaska. Okay. Mexico.
Mexico. I used to live there.
Australia.
Yes, I have.
France.
That's where the ladies take off their underpants. You know I've been there.
Spain.
Espanol. Yes, I am. Yes, I have.
I should have been counting along to this, and I have not been doing that.
No.
So we got, hold on, Canada, Mexico.
You know my travel history better than I do,
just went out 3, Australia 4, Spain 5, Portugal 6, France 7, Italy, I know you've been to 8.
Yeah.
Morocco 9.
Yeah. God, you know me
ones?
better than
do I
know
got any more?
myself.
I do, because I listen, I pay attention.
You really do.
What are
I think
any other
that's
ones?
it.
Just 9. I have been to, you ready for this?
Ireland.
America, Ireland, Scotland, Canada. That is it. 4 countries.
Most obvious list I've ever heard of my
All
life.
cloudy and full of alcoholics.
Uh-huh.
I just don't like the sun.
Yeah.
So beach vacations just don't sound great to me.
Really?
I've been to Hawaii, but that's not part of the United States. That's the most like tropical type place I've been to.
Where in Hawaii were you?
I was in Maui.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maui's fun.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous. It's
Yeah.
a gorgeous place to be.
Where in Maui were you?
But I'd like to go to Wales next and then England because I want to check out a
Wow,
Manchester
you basically
City
were
game.
there when you went to Ireland and Scotland.
They were right there. They were so close.
I know.
I want to check out the Isle of Man.
Well, you go some.
I just want to go where all the Celtic people have been.
Do you want to go to like Thailand or anything? I mean, I know you want to go to Thailand for
I do not.
obvious reasons.
Also, I've been watching the latest season of The White Lotus. I'm only 3 episodes in. Kind of boring so far.
You're not in episode 5?
Pick up? Is episode 5 where it picks up?
Joe.
Because right now, these first 3 episodes.
I will say that the
snooze
2
fest,
brothers, there's something that happens in the latest episode that I wish that you and I
Well, I
did
know
as
there's something
brothers.
weird with the brothers going on because the one brother's watching his other brother jerk off, or about to jerk off. So there's some creepy thing going on there.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Who do you think did the shooting?
I'm going to guess it's the dad of the 2 brothers.
I think it's the dad.
That's just where my guess is leading me right now.
Okay. You know, there's a theory that it's monkeys.
A monkey gets a gun, just starts firing it off.
There's a theory of that.
So you're so into this show, you're looking up online theories. We're talking about The White Lotus season 3, everybody.
Yeah.
Season 2 was better than season 1, I thought, but I like both.
I like season 3 so far. Walter
Okay.
Goggins is great.
I love Walter Goggins. Huge Walter Goggins fan. He was in Justified.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man, interesting. It's an interesting show, but I just don't find myself as gripped with it as I have. Where would I
Okay.
want to go? Other place, I'd love to go to Australia.
Yeah.
That long ass flight scares me though. I would love to go check out Spain. Spain looks great.
I would say Australia's not. It's like 12 hours if you like from California, if I'm not mistaken, and it's kind of nice. You just got to make sure to kind of wake up when you get there. I would say to kind of get over with jet lag.
Yeah. So when I
Right.
flew to Scotland, I was an overnight thing. So
Okay.
that was nice.
How are you on flights? Are you bad on flights?
I can't sleep on flights, man.
Really,
Dude,
I can't either.
I
I
think,
used to be able to. I can't anymore.
I used to tell you that I would love your superpower of not getting hangovers.
Right.
But now that I'm not drinking anymore, is it forever? We don't know. I'm 21
Right.
days sober though.
Congrats, by the way.
what?
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Uh-huh.
But I think the new superpower I want is being able to fall asleep on a plane.
Yeah.
Because I cannot fall asleep on a plane.
Yeah.
One time when I took the right amount of edibles before getting on a flight, I passed out, and that was wonderful.
Okay.
But no, I wish. Oh God, I don't get these people. I see people who just sit upright and they're.
Oh yeah, my girlfriend's. That girl sleeps on planes better than anyone I've ever seen before in my life.
And I tried a neck pillow. It doesn't work. Feels stupid.
You feel like an idiot walking around with that thing, right? You look like a jackass.
You look awful with a neck pillow. It feels like a little bitch is trying to choke you out.
Right.
I don't like it.
I saw on an Instagram post, I think it was an ad, where it's like this neck pillow thing that like attaches to the seat behind you, so your head doesn't go up and down. So it's just like you're basically strapped to the seat. I don't like that.
Feels psychotic.
Yeah, right. Strain your
In a
neck or
padded
something.
room or something after that,
Right?
right? No, not into it at all.
What's your trick for flights? Like, what do you like to do? Do you like to? Let me guess. You like to stare ahead and think about why you hate the person in front of you so much.
I definitely think there's a lot of etiquette that is being not performed well on planes. I don't think anyone should ever be allowed to recline
Okay, agreed.
because there are people who recline and like you're screwing up my shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or look behind you when you do. I've been hit in the head a lot of times.
I had
I'm
a-
like going through my bag, and then all of a sudden the person, it's like it was stuck. Like when you recline, gently recline. Give me a chance to know it's going back. Don't just go like jack it back, because then it fucking always hits my head.
That's an asshole move right there. I had a woman once, she was doing something with her hair and flipped it back and the hair was over the seat.
Oh.
And this was on a flight that had TVs in the back of the seats. So
Yeah.
I literally had to be like, I can't watch my show now.
Right.
I can't watch my program. You want to move your
love your
flaky hair,
programs.
your split ends?
Right.
You split end bitch. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Are you?
That's when you're allowed to call a woman a bitch to their face on a plane.
Right.
Because you're just allowed to be a little bit of a dick on a plane.
You know what? I'm not gonna.
You're not going to agree with me on that one?
No.
Come on, man.
Joe, top 5 reasons why you can call a girl a bitch. Go ahead.
Okay. They key your car.
True. Okay, bitch move.
They're late continuously.
No, you can't call somebody. Can they call you a bitch if you're late?
Slow to order at a restaurant.
This is just getting lower and lower. Yeah. You know, just looking at you in a different way.
Yeah.
Give me a dirty.
You're
Right.
walking down a darkly lit street, and they're walking toward you, and then they cross the street to the other side of
Right.
safety. You're definitely allowed to in
Yeah.
that scenario.
And also, I just got home. I'll handle the kids in a second. Bitch.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Burn
Right.
my fucking casserole, bitch.
Right.
You think I eat casserole? If they feed you casserole when they know you don't like casserole, they're getting hit with a hard B word. You know what I mean?
It's coming in hot.
You're coming in like a dagger.
I'm glad
No,
you said.
it's never okay. No, there's times that it's okay. It'd be insane to say it's never okay. There are even women listening right now would be like, oh no, there's definitely times, right? You know
What if someone called you a bitch?
if I was being a bitch, sure.
Yeah.
That's what we are missing. It used to be we knew how to keep each other in check in certain scenarios.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not like out of pure hatred. Like sometimes if a man's being a bitch, I've never called a woman a C word in anger. Mm-hmm. I don't think. But it's a great word to call a man.
Okay.
Because it pierces harder.
You know what I said today? I messaged somebody and I was like, yeah, they're just being a dipshit about it. I'm like, I'm gonna start using dipshit again.
I love that word.
Yeah.
I use that word a lot.
What a dipshit. It's fun.
Dipshit's a good one.
What word do you want to bring back? We talked about this
twerp.
before. Twerp?
Yeah, dude. If someone's being a twerp,
Okay.
you hit the twat too.
Oh,
They
twat.
use twat over in the UK and Ireland and
Twat's
Australia.
fun. Twat, I think, is more doable than bitch. Twat seems less bitch.
Now,
less
I don't
mean
know,
than-
man. I would love to ask women, would you rather be called a bitch or a twat? Though,
Twat, I can't hear you. Twat?
it's like,
Twat?
Come again?
I couldn't hear you. Twat?
I couldn't hear you. Nice. I like how you slid that in there.
Not original.
It's not original?
No.
What's it from?
I don't know. My ex-girlfriend used to say it all the time.
And who'd she steal it from?
It's probably somebody else.
Because I met your ex-girlfriend.
Not
She
funny?
was she was not original.
Yeah.
No. She looked like every woman I've ever met. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. I'm talking trash. She was
Mm-hmm.
lovely. No, I bet if you asked women, they'd rather be called bitch. But women have you learned to own the word bitch. They started calling each other bitch. They say, what's
Right.
up, bitches? You know, it's
like-
kind of fun.
Yeah.
So I like when groups of people take a word that was used for hate reasons
Mm-hmm.
and turn it around to own it. I'm surprised they haven't really done that with the C word as much in this country, in
Like,
America.
do you call your Irish friends mix?
No. Mick is such a weak insult.
think
Like
so?
if we should do like a list of best slurs. Obviously the N
Yeah,
word
we should
wouldn't
do
count.
that. Yeah, let's do a best of worst best slurs. Let's say
I'll make a slur bracket right now. Ask me.
No, because like Mick
he
is
just pulls
just
out
not.
the piece of paper in his back pocket that's all crinkled because
It's
it's been
just
there
all
forever.
Wesley Snipe quotes.
Well, yeah, Mick is a derogatory term. It's like, oh, here comes another Mick, because a lot of Irish last names start with MC. But then an affectionate nickname for someone with Mick is Mac.
Okay.
Like the Bears had that quarterback Jim McMahon. They used to call him Jimmy Mac.
Yeah.
So like Mac and Mick are so close. It's like one letter apart from a nice term
Yeah.
of
Well, it's kind of
endearment.
like bitch and biatch.
Biatch.
Yeah.
Yeah, biatch was a fun one. But like there are some slurs where it's like, oh, that doesn't even hurt my feelings. Like when
Like Irish slurs?
cracker.
Yeah.
Like if someone called you cracker, they would have to have so much rage behind it for you to even feel anything.
Yeah.
Like, look at you, you dumb cracker. Would that really hurt your feelings? No.
Are you called that?
I've never been called a cracker or a
Oh,
honky.
one of the bartenders at Laugh Factory was just called that by a patron.
Really? A patient
Yeah.
called him a
Yeah.
cracker?
Yeah.
Did it bother him much?
No, he said the same thing where he's just like, whatever. I get it.
I was asking my black friends why they don't get more specific with their insults towards white people.
What
Like
they-
you've never, I'll give you an example. And, you know, this won't offend anybody, hopefully, and YouTube doesn't get upset. But I've never heard a black guy say, look at this Polak,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
They usually go like, you know, they make it just generalized white.
Yeah.
I think it'd be more fun if they got specific,
Uh-huh.
right?
Have you heard of the term mayo monkey?
Mayo monkey?
I heard that. I read that one yesterday, where like someone was. It was like a meme where it's like a bunch of white slurs and like someone just like a white guy was just standing there like sitting like this, like waiting for it, and then the next panel was him saying the N word and how it like blew all those words away. But mayo monkey was one of them, and I've been thinking about mayo monkey now for 24 hours.
It's pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's like, I mean, you said that, and then I was like, I don't know how I feel about that, and then you kind of explained a little bit, and I was like, that's pretty fucking funny. Like I like a mayo monkey, excuse me.
Yeah, it's just white.
This feels racist because we're saying the monkey part, but like,
Yeah.
Mayo is like really insulting.
I know.
That one's like, oh,
I
wanna be
feel like
I
if
don't even like mayo.
yeah, I don't like. I don't.
I
think a
feel
lot of
like
people do.
if one of my black friends called me that, I think I just out loud I'd be like, got my ass. Like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? I'd be
yeah, I
like,
would
hell
shout
yeah,
out.
dude, that was pretty funny.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
it too. Well, all right, well, that's next week's episode, everybody.
Right,
We're going to
yeah.
do the bracket.
We're making a bit of a change here at Let's Get Dumb.
That's a fun one, though. If we got, like, say we had a panel, if we do a live show, that would be a fun one to do because then we could have multiple microphones and we could have someone representing each race.
Right.
Because then it's clear. We're clear.
Like their favorite slurs for other races?
Yeah, something like that because then it's just
Really?
a fun discussion.
Okay, well, let's go through your favorite slurs of other races.
No, like, no. I don't know. We would just do a thing of we'll do a draft of the best slurs.
I don't like where this is heading.
Why you're making it weird by making it seem like I'm being racist? It's not. It's just about
I don't
the
think you're being
language.
racist. I think-
it's about the language. And if we had a representative from the black community, the Hispanic community in America, the Asian community,
Yeah.
then how could it be wrong?
What day were you thinking about this?
When we do like a live episode, we do it for Patreon.
You know, I'm busy that day.
Well, Austin. We've been down to do an episode just Joe and Austin because we've done Jonah and Austin.
Yeah.
episodes.
Yeah.
Austin's down.
We could draft white people's words.
Yeah, but if we're all there, obviously we would take the big word that you're never allowed to use off the table.
Yeah.
And the one that you'd put sand in front of. You take that off the table.
Yeah.
But like I don't you two are just fighting back against this in a way that makes me uncomfortable now.
No, I'm trying to,
And
like, make
I
it,
think you
like,
guys are being racist.
I think
you're
that-
making it sound like these other races can't have fun like this. They could.
No, they
They would
can.
like it. The only people who get offended by this kind of stuff are white audience members when you ever guys listening, YouTube watchers, audio listeners, at a comedy show. This is a known fact amongst comedians. whenever a comedian talks about race, the only people who don't find it funny are the whites in the room because they know there's some internalized shit.
Yes.
Black crowds, Hispanic crowds, they fucking love those types of jokes.
With the right context.
Well, yeah, obviously, it has to be funny.
Right.
The context is being funny.
Yeah.
That's all that matters in stand-up comedy.
I would say that there's some white comics out there now that are pushing it to a point where it's like, you're just being a piece of shit.
Well, no, that's not funny. Like,
Right.
okay, you're talking about that one woman who
Yeah,
tried to
yeah,
do shows
yeah.
in
That's
Chicago
what I'm
that got
referring to.
canceled.
Yeah.
Her shit wasn't funny.
Right.
There weren't even
That's my point.
jokes.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying it has to be funny jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you are right.
Yeah, totally. I am
All right, man. It's been the podcast. It's been a good time.
Joe's right.
It's called that was a corner called Joe's eventually right because I don't want to keep fighting him.
No, it's not even funny, but I thought I just do. I'm not even saying it's going to be like some amazing episode, but I thought it'd be like a fun experiment. Not even an experiment, but a fun like thing to do. I think people would get a kick out of that in a weird way.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Listeners, tell me what you think. If it was well represented, that way it's look. If it was just three white guys being like, "Well, here's the one I really loved," yeah, of course,
Right.
I could see that being problematic.
This reminds me of how Fast and Furious originally was called Race Wars. And I feel Vin Diesel's the one that was pushing it. Somebody was pushing it to stay it as Race Wars. And then people were like, I don't think you understand what you're saying. And he goes, what? It's a bunch of different racers and they war against each other. It's Race Wars. And they're like, yeah, but I don't think you know what you're saying. He goes, Race Wars? Like, it's Race Wars. Like, what's wrong with a race war? Like, I want to support race wars. Like, it got to that level. It was
funny. That's
crazy.
like
That's a real story.
I wrote a sketch like that where it was the guy trying to sell like ADHD summer camps, and he kept calling it a concentration camp. And the people he sounded to were like, "No, you're not. I get that it's." And he's like, "No, it's a camp where you learn to concentrate so you can do better in school the next year." And he's like, "No, I get that, and I like that, but you can't call it a concentration camp." And the guy just wasn't grasping.
Like, how else? I don't get. Like, how else? What else would you? How else?
Well,
Would
that's
you
what
say
like
that?
an ADHD camp is like. That's too many. Concentration camp. It's alliterative.
Right.
It's like I get it, man.
Yeah, the CC.
Yeah.
Yeah, the KK.
His
But he
name
calls
was
it KK.
Colby.
Yeah.
It was Colby's concentration camp. So just 3 C's, and it's like, and then he had shirts. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh, fuck.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it's like Keith's concentration camp, but he wanted it all the same letter.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it's more like kiddie. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like fun. It's like, what? Like 3K. It's like, it's a 3K camp. What are you talking about? Like, what's
Yeah.
wrong with that?
Yeah, it's more silly that way.
Yeah, it's silly that way.
Zany.
It's zany.
Zany.
Be funny on a shirt. Mm-hmm. All right, do you guys want to get into the bracket now?
Yeah.
Because I feel like this one, we're
one's
starting
gonna
this one
take some
early because it's going to
discussion.
take some discussion. So
Yeah.
normally we go about 30 minutes in and then we talk about the bracket, but I think we got to get to it a little bit sooner.
Yeah. I'm for it.
All right, Austin, hit us with it. So again, we're doing how many countries total? So they get
16.
the idea.
We're doing a Sweet 16 in
It's a
honor of the
sweet
Sweet
16.
16.
Good call. With March Madness going on here in the States. Austin, hit us
Who you
with
going
the
for
1
right
seed
now?
versus the 16.
UK.
And wait, real quick. Also, you got to understand. I have no idea who's even
Okay.
in it,
I
man.
didn't know if you're a baseball. Baseball
I
guy.
used to follow college basketball a lot. This past year, 12 months of my life has been the least I've followed sports.
Really?
Yeah, in my entire life. I just don't know what's going on. Anyway, so Austin,
Yeah.
tell them the criteria of how you came up with these 16.
Oh, I just looked at the Wikipedia of, what's it say here? It says list of countries by total wealth. And I literally took the top 16, but the number one is America, and I took that out. So it's technically 2 through 17.
Okay, cool.
So I literally, and then the number one seed is the number 2 wealthiest country in the world, according to this 2023 survey.
So taking America out because we're in America and we're Americans.
Let's do
it's
sidebar
fun.
here. Sidebar on this. Do you think it would have won?
No,
I don't think so either.
No.
Interesting. Okay. That's all.
and I'm not an America hater.
No.
But no, I don't think so.
I
I
guess
can't.
we
You got to
should
be
get
honest
to
with
it.
yourself.
I
You
thought
could
it'd be
love
more
your
interesting
country
about
and still be like, yeah, we got to do some things better.
Right.
And there's some stuff we need to do. You know what I mean? We've gotten a weird thing in America over the last 5. This is the only little semi-political thing I'll say. Over the last probably 10 years or so of where you say one thing bad, it's like, we'll fucking leave. And it's like, or I can fix that. You know what I mean? Like, you live in a house you love. It would have been like you saying to me and Austin, hey, I'm going to get some work done in the house. And I was saying to you, why don't you move? You'd be like, that's dumb.
Yeah.
I still like it. There's just a couple things I want to fix.
Right.
That's how I equate that. So we're doing, this is good because it's like just going off of economics, everyone. So that way it's not like.
they're seeded by economics, but you guys will be picking based on whatever the hell.
Oh yeah, of course. We're not just
you
going to,
want.
we're going to decide, but I like that you went with economics for just a simple way of not having anybody listening be like, why didn't you pick
Yeah, if I did
where my mom's
population,
from?
some of them are like I don't know. No offense to those countries, but it's like we don't know them as well as a Brazil. per
Like I know
se.
Indonesia has a massive population, but other than the director of that of the movie The Raid, I don't know much about Indonesia.
There you go.
He's not Indonesian.
Is he not?
No,
Was that movie
he's-
filmed in Indonesia though?
Was though.
It was filmed. That's what I meant.
Yeah,
Yeah, sorry.
yeah.
The director's not. Was he again? It's a
I
white
think
guy.
I think he's an American guy.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. Great movie.
Good. Yeah. If you like that, or maybe he's British, but if you like that and you're looking for a new show, you should watch Gangs of London.
Oh, you've been telling me about
Yeah,
that.
because
I
he
gotta check that
directed.
out.
He that's his show, and it's incredible. 2 seasons, very good. Some of the best fight scenes ever in a television show.
Oh hell yeah.
Honestly, very good. There's a whole scene where this guy fucking murders somebody with a dart.
Oh, that's
He
fun.
like murders a whole gang with a dart.
That's pretty dope.
It's very sweet.
It's like Bullseye in the
Daredevil.
movie Daredevil. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say that. Colin
What-
Farrell
what-
plays that.
Yeah,
guy.
yeah. Oh my god, we thought the same thing.
Same thing at the
That's
same
crazy.
time. Hey man,
It was a Colin Farrell one. That's crazy. That's 3 air high fives in a row for us, also, Joe.
That's pretty good. And also, you guys always time it well. It's very
we do
frustrating.
time it very well.
God, it's so hot.
All right, hit us with it.
Now, the fact that we took out America allowed us to have this incredible first matchup. So the number 1 seed China
Oh.
versus the number 16 seed Russia.
Oh, that's easy for me.
Easy, China.
China.
No doubt.
100%.
Wow.
Russia scares me. The people from Russia scare me. My Russian stepmother scares me. My Russian stepsister even also scares me. And if I ever hear that accent again, I run away and I piss my pants.
Yeah, you have a history with
Yeah.
them.
Did you ever see Ransom with Mel Gibson?
Yes,
Okay.
long time ago.
Right. So his kid gets kidnapped.
Taking it ransom.
Yeah, and he never gets to see who it is, but he only hears his voice. It's Gary Sinise. Don't spoiler alert. And at the end, Gary Sinise comes, and then his kid's in the room, and then Gary Sinise is talking, and then Mel Gibson looks at his kid. He's pissing his pants. That's me every time I hear a Russian accent. I just start pissing my pants.
That's
Okay,
right.
where
I
I
do
am.
remember that at the end of that movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm going with China as well. I don't have the history
better
with the
food
Russian
too.
people.
Way better food.
Yeah, Chinese food's great.
Mhm.
I love Chinese food. Also, they make great clothes.
Yeah,
Most of our stuff's made in China here in America.
Yeah.
With Russia, I do say this. Look, there's beautiful women in China, but there are some really sexy Russian women.
they're scary. Don't trust them.
I know they're scary.
Don't
dude,
trust
but
them at all.
I've come across some sexy Russian women out there in the world.
They're gonna kill you.
You know,
they're gonna take your money. Don't
Yeah,
do that,
You know,
Joe. Don't do that.
and look, it's not.
I'd
all
rather
of them,
have you have a weird Asian fetish than like that.
But let's stick up for the Russian people though too. Like I'm sure a lot of them don't like what their government's doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they get stuck in that, and it's a huge fucking country. China's also massive too.
It is.
It's so much land. I'm like, what are you doing with all that land? What's going on over there? What's going on in this part? You guys doing a bunch of naughty shit?
Uh huh.
I got my eye on you.
Right.
That Chernobyl thing. There's some mutants came out of that for sure.
For sure.
For sure.
Russia's in 2 continents. It's that big.
It's
Dude,
huge.
China's got a badass wall too, man.
Yeah.
That's true.
The dope wall.
Dude, you can see that thing from space.
It's a kick-ass
China's
wall
got
right
a
there.
nicer communism.
Who do you think built
They
that
do.
wall for them? Polish? Did they get the Polish to build that wall? We get the Polish to build all our walls.
Was it the
in
Huns
America.
that forced people to make that? Is that what that story is?
I think the Huns were coming into China, and Genghis Khan was like, "Let's build a fucking wall."
Oh, okay.
But like, they're like, "Well, people could climb a wall." They're like, "No, this is gonna be a big ass wall, and it's gonna take forever to go around it. By the time they get around, they're gonna be tired. And that's when we
ocean.
fucking kill them with a dart, samurai sword."
Do you want to hear a crazy, scary Russian story?
Sure.
Okay. So my dad passes away in his house, right? We kind of know, we've talked about this before. And I go up there to kind of like, get things straight, all this stuff. My Russian mom there, my Russian stepsister's there. And she goes to me, she goes, Jonah, she goes, do we have to tell somebody that somebody was, do you have to tell the people that want to buy the house that somebody was murdered in the house? And I was like, yeah, you do. And then I was like, but nobody was murdered in the house. She goes, well, what if somebody was killed in the house? And I was like, what the fuck are you saying to me right now? Just say if somebody died in the house. Because now I'm scared for my life. And then she kept asking that over and over again. And I was like, I don't think you understand what you're asking me, or you are literally telling me that I'm going to get killed. Like, could you imagine being told that and then having to go to bed every night in that same space? It's crazy.
Do you go to sleep in the same home as her?
I did. I had to because I was visiting for that weekend. And by the way, her name's Yulia. And my dad would be like, because it starts it's with a Y, but my dad would be like, you're saying that wrong. It's Julia. And she's like, this is my name. She goes, we're in America now. It's Julia, which was insane. So I kind of felt for her a little bit, but that's a little. Did I ever tell you that story?
No.
Did I ever tell
thought
you?
I've heard
wait,
all the stories about
wait,
her. I've not heard,
no. Let me tell you the real story. Did I ever tell you about the peppers?
No.
Oh my God. Okay. Sorry. This is a sidebar, but you got to hear this. This is an insane story. So dad passes away, right? dies of an overdose. Kind of, we've already talked about that. And but nobody really knows. But the point is, you know, it's my dad. You know, all parents have money, and there's this whole like I watched Dateline a lot growing up.
I think you don't. Not all parents have money, but go ahead.
Well, there's always some form of money.
There's something. Yeah,
There's something there.
I don't want our poor.
Not saying this is like a
listeners
shit
being
ton of money, but there's always something,
Yeah, sure.
right? And so you know, the whole joke with my family comes there, my uncle, my aunt, we're there. The whole joke is like only drink out of bottles that haven't been opened. You know, like only order out for food. And she's just like, I'm gonna cook you guys dinner. You know, and we're like, I don't know. But then we were like, oh, we're just being sarcastic, whatever. So she cooks us dinner, and it's stuffed peppers, and there's red peppers and green peppers. And I noticed that she was only giving us the red peppers, and she only served her and her daughter the green peppers, right? And then you know, everybody leaves. It's like my last night there. I'm just with my stepmom. I think I'm going to get murdered. She like knocks on my door. I'm like packing up. She knocks on my door. I like talk through the door being like, yeah. And she's like, Jonah, open the door. I go, no, not going to do that. And then she's like, you tell me through the door. And she's like, I need to talk to you in person. I'm like, oh God, I thought I was going to open my door to like a gun in my face. But really, I stacked up my dad's stereo equipment against the door. So she couldn't like open in. So I had to like move all of it. So she heard me do that. She opens the door, and then she's just like, my friend's picking me up. You're gonna be here all alone. Can you do some things for me? And I was like, sure. And she goes, take away the garbage. I go, all right. She leaves. I go to the garbage, and on top of the garbage, what she wants me to throw away is a slow cooker that is in there, and it's just filled with nothing but just red peppers. Right. So I threw that away, and it sounded like I was the whole drive home. I was like, obviously I wasn't poisoned, but it was like so weird. Like, hey, throw that away. I want you to see this type attitude, right?
It's strange.
It is crazy.
Now you mentioned her daughter, so that would be your stepsister.
Yes.
Did she ever say, "Hey, step bro, I'm stuck in the laundry machine"?
You're watching too much porn, Joe.
No. Okay.
Okay. Also,
you didn't have an
I tell you
accent.
this heartfelt story about how I thought I was gonna get murdered, and your only thing was, did you fuck your sister?
By the way, there's no such thing as a heartfelt story about almost getting murdered.
Well, I mean, I'm
That was a
sharing
funny
I'm
story.
sharing.
You're sharing, yeah.
I'm sharing to
But
you.
I don't know if I'd say it was heartfelt. Was
Well,
that
I mean, it was
heartfelt,
a very
Austin?
scary moment for
It was
me.
terrifying.
It was terrifying.
By the way, I'm surprised you didn't say to her after she said, I want you to take out the garbage for me. You'd have been like, yeah, that's shit that could have been talked about through the fucking door.
Yeah.
We didn't need to be face to face.
Oh, I didn't
to
know what was going on with that. I should have said, yeah, why don't you jump in the garbage and I'll take you out, dumb bitch. That's what you said. You can call your Russian stepmother a bitch.
Yes.
If she threatens your life.
Yeah.
You can call her a bitch.
See?
Yeah.
Eventually you come around to my way of thinking.
Yeah, that's true.
Eventually. All right. Fair enough. So yeah, next round, I should say.
Cool. China moves on. So now we got the number 8 seed Italy versus the number 9 seed South Korea.
South Korea.
Italy.
Easy.
What?
Whoa.
South Korea?
South Korea, easy.
Really?
Mm-hmm. They play baseball over there.
Because you're closer to North Korea?
No, they got great barbecue. Ever have Korean barbecue?
Of course I have.
Phenomenal.
You ever Italian food?
Besides pizza, garbage.
What?
Chicken Vesuvio is good. But
Yeah,
South,
chicken Vesuvio over at Sales down the street?
never been to sales. No, dude. Look, South Korea, Seoul, South Korea. Correct me if I'm wrong. Biggest city in the world, I believe, or second biggest city in the world.
That
One of
Abu
them.
Dhabi was.
No, the population.
Oh, population? Oh, okay.
Look up. Yeah. They play baseball over there. I love baseball. Favorite sport.
Because you watched the movie Mr. Baseball?
Yeah, but that took place in Japan.
Good. I was going to quiz you on that one.
Now, the highest population of cities is Tokyo, Delhi, and Shanghai.
Really, Seoul, South Korea. I always thought was right up there. Okay, I guess not. I like the name of the capital, Seoul. Sounds good.
Okay.
K-pop, really good music.
True, that is
Italy
good.
gave us opera, which is
Great action films.
hurts the ears. Korea does have great action films.
Bong Joon-ho,
Yeah.
Parasite. And
But I will say that you can watch those movies while you're in Italy enjoying their food, enjoying their wine, and enjoying their coast, the Amalfi Coast. Yes, please. Give that to me again. It's amazing. Go in the ocean. There's
There's an
beautiful
ocean
people
off
there.
of Korea, though, too. And there's beautiful people in Korea. What are you trying to say?
Huh?
What are you trying to say? There aren't beautiful people in Korea?
I mean, I think the fashion's a little better in Italy. I think they are more stuck up. They're assholes.
they
And
have
they've been treated like a piece of shit more.
They have better cars in Italy.
They have better cars in Italy. Speaking of
Really?
The new F1 guy over here.
Were there any Korean cars? Hyundai? Isn't that Korea?
Yeah, but like versus a Ferrari?
Versus a Ferrari? What are you talking about?
Come on,
I
Joe.
was in a
Lamborghini?
Lamborghini once. Yeah, I had no leg room. because Italian men are 5'5" and I'm 6'1", so it hurt my knees.
They have
being in a
SUVs now,
Lamborghini.
Joe. That's just you just chose the wrong Lamborghini to get into.
Fair enough.
Yeah, they do have
I've never been in a Ferrari.
Huh? They also make
No.
They also make SUVs.
a Ferrari.
I'm sticking with Korea. Sorry.
I don't know what to
have
do here.
There's nothing you could do to make me pick Italy or
You know what it is? Taking you to Italy.
No, I won't go.
Is that why you don't like the food?
No, look, Italian food's really great. Although they
Thank you for
stole
saying that.
most of it from China. Where's China close to? Korea. But I will say this. I'm just agree to disagree. I just won't.
Let me tell you something that's great about Italy, right? You know, we went to this wine vineyard, right? A little like Airbnb type thing. We go overnight. We sit home. This little old Italian guy who owns the vineyard is there, and he's got all his money. He just sits down and starts talking to us in Italian, and we go, "Oh no, we don't speak that, whatever." And then he just didn't even care. He just kept talking to us. He kept smiling. And he kept telling the server to fill up our wine glasses, and just kept talking to us like we were understanding him. And
I also hate wine. So that's not helping.
Joe,
me at all.
you gotta grow up.
No,
you
I am
gotta
grown up.
we gotta
I am
expand your
wildly
horizons.
cultured too.
You're
I'm
not.
very cultured.
You are.
How
You
am
are
I not cultured.
How are you?
I read books. When's the last time you read a book?
That doesn't make you cultured. I experience things. You won't even eat mushrooms on a pizza.
I've tried it though, and
Okay.
it's not good.
That sucks though, Jonah.
No,
Mushrooms
it
on
doesn't.
Pizza does
It sucks.
suck. Good call, Austin.
Okay.
Four
okay.
in a row.
All right.
This is exactly. It's taking 3 brackets now to get to exactly what I wanted.
What's
This is
that?
exactly what I wanted. You
Right.
two not budging on.
Yeah.
I'm not budging,
Right.
man. Korea,
I'll
South
have to be
Korea
there.
over Italy. I'd pick North Korea over Italy
This guy's
too.
like, I'm cultured. I eat ding dongs every day.
I had a protein bar today.
Right.
I had what else did I have? I had a
Right.
bowl of Honey Nut
Honey Nut- I was
Cheerios.
just gonna say that Honey Nut Cheerios for dinner.
A hard cholesterol. I actually had a slice of Costco pizza for dinner, pepperoni.
Because it's
I
your
was gonna,
favorite.
honestly, I was going to bring a whole
hey,
pizza for you guys, but
Can
it was
I
a
ask
30-minute
you,
wait.
let me ask you this question. Did you have to shop at Costco or did you go for the pizza?
I just went straight for the pizza.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's $1.99.
So you can't tell me that like
This is
if an
also
Italian, if an Italian they had the Costco pie.
Yeah. No, I'm not. I will never pick Italy.
Now I
for
want you to
anything.
do that, but I want you to do in South Korea.
If you did Italy or Russia, I'm picking Russia.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
You're picking Russia over Italy?
I'm firm in my stance. I have a lot of Italian friends. I think I've met a lot of lovely Italian people. It's not about the
You met
people.
Chicago Italians.
I've met a couple people from Italy.
Uh-huh. From Italy? Not from Italy?
I think,
Wait, you from Italy? You're from Italy.
like you know what I meant. Like
Uh-huh.
I've met
people do that.
I've met 1 or 2 people from Italy. You know the funny thing is a lot of my family have been to Italy. They all seem to have a good time when they're there. But I'm just gonna have to say no to this one.
Why?
I will never go to Italy.
Why?
I don't like Italy.
Why?
Because I don't, I've had some run-ins with some people and they were rude and I don't care to ever go to their country.
Because I guess that makes sense. That's the whole reason I didn't want to go to Russia. So I can't fault you on that one.
You can't really fault me
He's
on that.
Irish. Just say
And
you're
you're
Irish,
Irish?
Joe. If you say you're Irish, everyone's like, "Oh yeah."
So look, in my high school, because I went to a Catholic high school, Italians are Catholic, Irish are Catholic. And so there was a lot of crossover there.
Yeah,
And
the mob,
The
the Irish
Italian
mob
kids
and
would
the
just
Italian
not
mob.
shut the fuck up. They were so obnoxious and so annoying that in that moment, at the age of like 15, I was like, I'm anti-Italy. Do you know why?
So you hate the people from Italy.
Do you know why Italy is shaped like a boot? Because you can't fit all that shit into a shoe.
Nice.
Nice. Hell yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm ready to be the.
By the way, we're
We need a tiebreaker here.
I
I'll
don't look. I'm not
ready.
trying to build a fan base in Italy, so because I'm never going to go there anyway.
I like
so I could
this.
trash Italy.
Oh, because you're going to go to
I
South
like
Korea?
this.
Oh, because you're going to South Korea
I
tomorrow?
could go to South Korea, not tomorrow, but like I'd
You
rather
have
go
a
to
big
South Korea
fan
than
base
Italy.
in South Korea?
I could have maybe.
Uh-huh.
I actually have a fan base in
Name
India.
3 K-pop bands.
You have BTS,
Okay, that's easy.
CAT.
You know what's funny? I don't know any, so you can just be
Psy.
saying what you want.
Yeah.
Gangnam Style.
Oh, that's not K-pop. That's from a
Yes,
long
it
time ago.
is.
That's a one-hit wonder.
No,
That's a one-hit wonder.
He had a concert last year, and I saw a video from it in Korea, and it was massive.
Those K-pop people are just. You know what? I'm sorry to say this. They're just artistic warriors, right? They're trained to do that well, right? So they're not like really artistic people. They're just.
How do you know, dude? You're thinking of North Korea. South Korea's got freedom, my man.
Not in their
They'll-
not in their music
They
industry.
just love
You're just
fucking
describing
dancing and
modern
singing.
music.
I am kind of describing.
Yeah,
modern
that's
music.
just the record
Yeah.
industry.
I was just
It's the whole thing.
I was actually describing.
Austin gets to be the tiebreaker, though.
Okay.
So I think Italian food is amazing, but I'd rather go to South Korea. Their country interests me more. Italy's like for old people who like old shit, and I like old shit, but like
You can see that big old dong around David,
But
dude.
South Korea has so much new and crazy stuff. I'm like, I kind of want to go see what's going on over there.
I do too.
So I would
How about
pick
this? How about
South
this?
Korea.
Both of you love the movie Gladiator.
No, we don't. I don't particularly.
Joe loves the
love
movie
I
Gladiator.
liked it. A
You
lot.
loved it. It's in your top 5.
No, it's not my top 5 of all time.
You drafted it.
Yeah, but from the Oscar winners because I had to
pick.
draft. It was a good draft pick. I do like the movie
Also,
Gladiator
that's
a lot.
3,000 fucking years
Yeah,
ago.
3,000 years ago, I'm choosing
That's
Italy.
history, baby.
Yeah,
Fair
I'm
enough,
choosing
but
Italy
still.
3,000 years ago also because it's actually settled.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Look, I agree. Italy
Joe, they
looks
fought
dusty.
baboons.
Is Italy dusty? It looks very dusty. Every picture I see of Italy, I'm like, it's dusty.
is a
Do
little
they not have
dusty.
any trees there? There's no shade. Every picture I see of my friends in Italy, they're like squinting because it's so fucking sunny.
I do hate how small like the rooms are and the hotel rooms are. But overall,
I would go to Italy, but South Korea, if I had to pick, I'd be like, I'm kind of
Joe,
want to see what's going on.
here, have this sip of limoncello and tell me that you don't like it.
No, I don't like any of their drinks.
All
either.
right, fine, I lost. South Korea it is.
Good fight.
This is my favorite
that was
podcast
incredible.
episode we've ever had. Thank you. This is gonna be my favorite episode ever. You could spend the next 20 minutes just making fun of me personally, and it's still gonna be my favorite episode.
Right.
Now,
We're gonna do a blind taste test of Italian food and South Korea food. We see what we like more, even though you'll know exactly what it is when you have it.
Now this
I
one-
really don't love Italian. I don't like spaghetti. I don't like. It's all noodles. It's just different shaped noodles and shit.
Wait till you have like their homemade lemon pasta.
Lemon
Oh, I like
pasta
lemon
sounds
pasta.
awful to me.
Oh, it's,
What?
it's-
Chicken limone's good. Is that Italian?
That's lemon pasta.
yeah.
You literally just said
Yeah, chicken
That's,
lemon,
that's,
yeah.
I
that's
just
a
said
lemon chicken.
chicken.
That's a lemon. Yeah, it's
like
a
lemon
chicken.
chicken is not lemon pasta.
Well, it's on top of a bed of pasta.
Well,
normally.
I don't eat the pasta. I'd rather have it on a bed of rice. Rice is better than
You just
pasta.
missed out. I made 2 great pastas on Saturday. I was gonna offer it to you. Guess what? Not offering it to you now.
I don't want it.
You're really missing out. I'm
I'm
a
not
good
missing
cook.
out on shit. Man.
You know why I'm a good cook? Because I
Why?
took a fucking pasta making class while I was there.
Cool.
Yeah.
That sounds great. You know what
You
I
just-
never want to do in my entire life? Make pasta. I've never made pasta.
You never
I
made
never
food,
will make
period.
pasta.
When's the last time you made yourself something to eat?
I poured myself a bowl of cereal
That's
this
not-
morning, man.
That's not make yourself. Do you know how to make an omelet?
No. Well, no, I do. You
We're
just
gonna take
you
a
fold
cookie-
it over. You have the egg until it gets to a certain way and you flip it.
Okay. We're gonna take a cooking class together.
Why?
Because I'm
I
trying
can,
to, I'm
I
trying
can
to
make chicken. I can cook chicken.
You can
I
put-
don't know where your pans are.
open. All you do is open something. Open something.
Okay.
There's like 8 options.
All right, I'll open something and find out. I just don't want to.
You want to cook?
You know why I don't like cooking? Because every time people have explained recipes to me, I go, how long does that all take? And they go, 45 minutes. I'm like, and I'll eat it in 6. The time to eat in ratio is so bad with eating. I just don't enjoy it. I can't. I like grilling. I could grill. I can microwave.
I love grilling.
That counts.
Grilling counts.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get some Oscar Mayer hot dogs, throw a couple of them in the microwave. 40 seconds. Comes out. You put all the condiments on.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, look how cultured you are with your hot dogs.
That is a culture. That's American food from Germany. There's 2 nations and one
Come on.
dish.
It's not German.
Hot dogs are German.
It's a
Frankfurt.
spinoff from
Frankfurter.
German food.
Right. It's a
Spin-off.
spin-off.
Yeah, so is Italian food a spin-off from Chinese food. Didn't Marco Polo go over there
Are you
and steal all
just
the
saying
shit?
this? I don't think that's a real thing.
No, that's a real thing. The Italians stole a lot of that stuff.
Well, good. So what they do is they take something and make it better.
I don't know if they made it better, man.
It's like America.
Honestly,
it's early
I don't-
America.
I am not hating on Italians. I just don't like Italian food that much.
No, you can hate on Italians. I don't like Italians whatsoever.
No, dude, Italian food.
Yeah, you have been in the middle the whole time.
But like their food is only good in the winter too, man.
You know, those Italians are being pieces of shit to me the whole time I was there. I'm not gonna lie, but man, the food was worth it.
Now, honest to God, if you said tomorrow, Joe, free trip right now to Italy, I'd say nope.
Yeah,
Swear to God,
Yeah.
never going there.
yeah.
I've actually almost lost some friendships over it too.
About Italy?
Yeah.
but you're losing one right now.
I'm sorry to hear that, but it's true. I just don't. I don't like it.
Okay. So
Yeah,
tell me
I-
perfect trip to South Korea now. Go.
You find
Okay, you show
Seoul,
up, and what you do is you get a bowl of Cheerios.
go to a KBO game, and then I'll eat the local cuisine.
right.
I'll try anything.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Put in the microwave. I go to the 7-Eleven. I get a hot dog.
They have 7-Elevens in
talking like
Korea.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome. Point for them.
yeah, they
I
got
could go get
American
Celsius
shit
2
over
for
in-
They got a
$5.
lot of American
They
shit.
got
there.
American stuff, so I'm interested to see how they do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
even better.
So baseball game?
What's Italy? Are you flying to Rome? You look at some rubble.
Nah,
you
Rome's
turn your
stupid.
head. You see some more rubble. It's sunny. You see a woman who looks hot until you realize you have to shave her back. Like, what else do you got going on there, right? Oh, some little fucking guy
So you get to
who
see
talks with his
sights?
hands so much is going to fucking tell me I need to drink more wine.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Yeah. So you you see great sights, you meet nice women, and then you learn from old people.
Yeah, that all sounds terrible to me.
I don't know about that.
None of that sounds good.
You talk to women that don't conform to like what society has made women have to go to.
No, by the way, they all look like they're about to hit you over the head with a newspaper.
Because they're horrible people.
Yeah,
I mean,
see, I don't
Italian
understand,
people
like,
are
yeah.
horrible. Like they're not nice. They hate Americans.
You just like their food. That's it.
No, I think what would be
Get
nice.
Italian food in America. Why'd you even go there?
You can't get good Italian food in America.
I'm sure it's fine.
I'm sure it's fine. He says.
I don't know.
You're like, listen, Velveeta shells.
By
and
the way, I'm
cheese,
not even a foodie.
it's good
I don't
just
even
as
like
home.
food.
Yeah, I know.
I don't care about food. I like sandwiches. And
They got
cereal.
great sandwiches. Italy's known for their sandwiches. They have incredible. There's all these sandwich shops.
South Korea
Gelato.
too. South
Gelato
Korea has
sucks.
sandwiches.
What is gelato?
It's like ice cream.
Oh, it's good.
It's good.
just ice cream. Don't look too hard into it. Just
We
eat.
got ice cream over here.
All right.
And we call what's supposed to be called ice cream gelato. It sounds like Jello. Is it Jello ice cream?
No, it's just made differently.
It's good.
It's good.
I support gelato.
Wine sucks, by the way. Drink a real drink.
Wine's really good. It'll probably mellow you out.
Wine is for fucking children.
Really?
It's for women and children.
No, it's not.
Wine is for women and children.
No, it's not.
And old men who gesticulate way too much.
Right. Is that why you said think that pregnant women should drink wine? Because it's like two birds with one stone?
I never said pregnant women should drink wine. When did I say that?
I think you just did, kind of, in
No,
a way.
I didn't. I said
You
wine is for women and children.
children, right.
I didn't say women who are pregnant with children.
Right. He said like women and children.
I like how you just combine them for no reason.
Right.
No, I did not.
You know what would be interesting? Wine chills you out. We should get you wine drunk.
No, it doesn't. It did not chill me out. I got wine drunk on the podcast one time and I got really angry.
That's just you on anything.
This episode with you and Kaylee. I was drinking wine that episode.
Oh, you were. Yeah.
They were both being fucking assholes that episode looking back, by the way.
That was the stretch
Not
of
funny.
Jonah and Guest versus Joe.
We had like 6 episodes in a row where Jonah brought guests on just to bully me.
You brought Kaylee on.
I know, thinking she would be on my team, but she wasn't.
Then she drafted immediately over
Right.
to the
Yeah,
other team.
immediately betrayed
Right.
me. Which is fair in retrospect. On her end.
Okay, all right.
That
We're
was-
done. We're done with that. South Korea moves on. I disagree,
I
but
almost
South
should
Korea
have
moves on.
picked Italy to continue this, but that was one of the greatest 11 minutes I've ever seen on this podcast. There was about 8 clips in that 11
Yeah.
minutes worth of shit.
Careful what you share because fucking Italians are going to never listen to this podcast anyway. And they'll just trash me on Instagram and I'm sensitive.
Good. They should. And they will because they're horrible people.
Posting this clip, everybody, I think most people are gonna pick South Korea because it's very big online. So you guys, I think Joe made the right call. And yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna disagree about the food. So I don't think anyone's
Food's
anything
incredible. Stop chewing on the microphone.
Crazy. Okay, so this one,
I do the same thing all the time.
I honestly don't know what I'd pick. We have the number 4 seed France versus the number 13 seed the Netherlands.
Netherlands? Oh,
Yeah.
look at
Oh.
us. Yeah. I like France.
I'm not
Underdog.
against the French. The French get it harder than they should, I feel like. They're just easy to give shit to.
Really chill out there, though.
Yeah, I've never been to France. My brother did a trip to Paris and London, and he did like the first 3 or 4 days in Paris. I went to London for a week, then went back to Paris for a few more days. And he said the second time in Paris, he liked it a lot more. The first few days, he's like, this isn't much, and loved London a lot, but I'm just going off his opinion. But I don't know. You know, historically, the French Revolution was pretty dope. They gave us the Statue of Liberty. That was nice.
It's a nice little gift.
Quebec French Canadians are fairly nice. They're known for being rude.
Paris?
They didn't do much in World War II.
No, yeah, they did. They got fucking donkeyed on.
That's my point. They didn't do.
Oh, I thought you were saying they didn't do much. I'm like, oh no, they did a lot.
I mean, they tried. They just
Oh, I see.
they didn't win.
I
They needed a little help.
Sorry, Fran. That was really aggressive. Sorry.
You know, it's totally fine. But they have great food over there too.
Uh-huh.
Um,
You know what? I do enjoy their food, but I don't think it's as good as like French cuisine is supposed to be like the end all be all for like high end restaurants. I don't see it. I think it's too much butter. You know, it's good. I'm not saying it's not good. It's just like it just seems a little too old school. Like that's why I would pick South Korea for food 100% over France. Even if France traditionally is like the good food, but to me it just seems kind of like stuffy. I don't like
well,
stuffy.
French food inspired Cajun food, and I love Cajun food. New Orleans style food is from France.
Right. Yeah, because you went to Popeye's Chicken.
No, because I went to New Orleans.
You went to Popeye's Chicken in New Orleans.
Well, where else would you? That's the
It's
mothership.
New Orleans.
Nolans.
No, it's
No, yeah. So But Amsterdam or Netherlands, Amsterdam being the capital, also Netherlands also known as Holland. Those people just seem cool as
They
hell.
seem cool as shit. I'd rather like
freedom. They're just like all about like, let's have a
if you
good
had to
time.
live somewhere, I'd rather live
Yeah.
Netherlands, right?
Always good goalies. Yeah, they're I just seen, I don't know. It's just Netherlands
Quaint.
just feels right. Yeah.
Did I tell the story that when I was in Paris, how I met the one of the biggest Jeopardy champions of all time?
Ken, what's his name? You meet that guy, Ken dude?
Can you look this up? I think he's a
Ken
17-time champion for Jeopardy.
Oh.
You can look it up. So I meet him. So Laura and I are my girlfriend and I are getting drunk at our hotel, and we're just like talking out of our ass. And then basically like, we're like, oh, if this guy speaks English, he's probably gonna think we're psychopaths. And that's when he's just like, oh, I do. And I can hear you the whole time. And we start talking to him, and we find out that he's like a 17-time Jeopardy champion.
Oh, that's
right?
cool.
Well, the most successful one's Ken Jennings
Ken Jennings.
with 74 wins.
No, he's like a 16-time in a row. Who else is on there?
Well, Ken's still the most successful. That's why he's hosting it now.
Okay.
Ken Jennings is the host now.
Yeah, this guy.
The number 2 guy I think I know you're talking about. Was he from Chicago?
I don't
There was
remember.
one of the guys who was like top 3 or 4 was from Chicago.
He's also on not the wall, on the floor. He's on the floor right now. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. He
Type in
hasn't
Jeopardy
appeared.
champion on the floor.
Okay.
I need to know his name because I need to tell you the story because he's insane. He's a very great. You know, you talk to somebody when you're like, oh, hey, and you start talking, and then they start telling you like their views on things and stuff, and you're like, I need to get out of this.
Oh,
immediately.
really?
Oh, yeah, David Madden.
Yeah, David Madden.
Yeah, he hasn't played yet on the floor, but yeah, I've seen him on the floor.
Yeah. So David Madden. So I meet David Madden, and he's super nice up front, and he's basically like, oh, we're here because we're here to get my wife, let me say this again. So we meet him in France, and he's like, I'm here to give my wife like electrode therapy to turn her straight. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. So he's like, oh, she's getting like
gay
electric shock therapy.
conversion therapy.
Thank you, gay
So he
conversion
found
therapy.
out his wife was gay.
Right.
And he took her to the Netherlands.
No, to France.
Oh, I'm sorry, to France.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And then he's like, anyways, and he's like going, like he's just like telling us like this all like kind of like on the side of his mouth basically. And then that's when we're like, and like to the point like I'm not kidding, like a rat like walked in and then like kind of perked his head up and kind of saw that and ran away. Like it just was the timing of it, but it seemed like that rat was like, get the fuck out of this guy's face, huh?
That is insane because you said he interrupted you guys by being like, I hear everything you're saying and I do think you guys are crazy.
Yeah,
And then
kind of
you're
being
like,
funny. So we're like,
yeah.
oh, this guy's cool to talk to. And then we like order him, I think we ordered him a glass of wine or whatever. And then he's just like, yeah, she's gay and we don't like that, so we're changing it. And I was like, Jesus Christ.
Where was
man.
she? Did you see her around?
No, because she was in the fucking crazy hospital.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
That's bad.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, just
And
like,
I was like, I just met you. Like, this is the information you just give me. You could have just been like, hey, I was on Jeopardy. I was actually on Jeopardy and I won 17 times or however. Here's a story about that. He was like, I'm from Jeopardy. I'm smart. I'm smart enough to know that you can shock the gay away.
no, that he's
Shock the
obviously
gay
not
away.
that bright. He's obviously not that bright because look, he could be book smart, but he's obviously screwed up in the head.
For sure.
It's like, dude, just let her lick some kitty, man. You could watch or
Sure.
go let her be free.
Let your wife be free. Yeah.
That's where religion
crazy?
screws people up a little bit. It does. I don't
So that's
do
why
it.
a part of me
So I
like, people from
pretend
France
like
are
I don't think
nut
that.
jobs.
Absolutely not job. That's why I don't like talking to strangers. That's why I don't travel that much.
Well, that's why I like talking to strangers because you get stories out of it.
That's true. That's a good point. All right, what's the next round?
All right, we got
So Netherlands.
Netherlands went in. A good choice, I think.
Yeah.
Fuck France. All right,
story.
the number 5 seed, the United Kingdom, versus the number 12 seed, Taiwan. Taiwan, number 12. Pretty sleeper hit, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, Taiwan's very profitable.
Make a lot of good shit. Whenever it says made in Taiwan, I'm like, I think I'm going to like it for a little bit.
Joe is in deep thought.
We already know what Joe's going to pick. United Kingdom.
No, he's not. The United Kingdom and Ireland,
They hate each other.
yeah, they've been at war
Oh.
privately for a while now.
Joe, what are you thinking?
The United Kingdom does have look.
Let's do a clip with like
I've-
different things popping up in his head. when he
It's
stares
just
at the camera.
racist. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
yeah.
There
what is-
are a lot of English people that I do love a lot, and man, some great music there. Good drinkers over there too. Not as good as Ireland, but Scotland is part of the United Kingdom. Wales is part of the United Kingdom.
I like the way they
They
dress
got
more.
Celtic culture, great comedy, funny comedians out of England. I just hate their fucking government and what they've done to the world. And if you're English, it's okay to admit that. Be like, yeah, we've got a real cuntish history. As an American, I can admit we have a cuntish history. Fuck, it's really hard to pick them though.
I'm going United Kingdom.
I
baby.
do like their soccer team, Manchester City. Music, fucking.
Like I think.
Damn, I like some English food too.
I mean,
Makes
the
me weird, I
music
know.
alone.
The
Doesn't
music's
make you
great.
weird. They got some good food out there. Fish and chips. Hell yeah. Give me some of that.
Mm-hmm.
Versus Taiwan.
I'm not saying Taiwan's got better. I'm not saying they have better food than. I'm not saying that.
Yeah, I'm going the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta go
Let's
to
do
UK.
that.
That's okay. Well, yeah, they have to survive a couple more rounds, Joe, so we'll get them out.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry. Fuck them. Okay.
What's your choice on that? If you had a choice.
I
If you'd be a
would pick
tiebreaker.
United Kingdom strategically knowing it's not going to win.
Okay.
But like I mean the Beatles alone and all
Yeah,
the
the
music
Beatles,
they
man.
did
Beatles
was
overrated.
crazy, like,
Although not overrated. The
So
Beatles,
overrated.
though.
movies good.
John Lennon, Paul McCartney, George Harrison, the 3 songwriters of the group, although Ringo wrote 1 or 2 songs,
Ringo's great.
all have Irish grandparents.
Oh.
You know what? I prefer a UK crime story over an Italian mob crime story.
Yeah, I like
I
a lot
really
of
do.
UK movies, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
UK movies are pretty great.
All the actors we love are British somehow.
Yeah.
Incredible actors are British.
That'd be a good one to do. Your favorite British actors?
Yeah, people
Mm-hmm.
you didn't know. Yeah, then I'd hit you with some people who maybe you
Your
didn't
top
know.
5 British actors right now: Christian Bale, Tom Hardy, although he has an Irish grandmother,
Daniel Craig is pretty good.
Daniel Craig.
Idris Elba.
Idris Elba's
up
good.
there.
That's a good one.
Should be new Bond. Bullshit.
Tom Holland, Spider-Man. He's
Aaron
good.
Taylor Johnson. Probably the new Bond.
Yeah. Oh, he might be the new Bond.
Yeah, they've been talking about it
Idris.
for a while.
God damn it. Can we
Some
do
great
it?
Irish actors too right now. Cillian Murphy,
Yeah, Barry.
he's awesome.
Right
Barry
now.
Keoghan, Paul Mescal.
Killing it. Oh, you already said Killing.
I said Cillian.
Colin
already.
Farrell.
Colin
He got the
Farrell's
Oscar
Irish.
recently,
Brendan
yeah.
Gleeson, Liam Neeson. Some good ones. That'd be a good battle there. All right. Next round.
Next one, the number 2 seed, Japan, versus the number 15 seed, Brazil.
Brazil seems super fun. I want to party there really hard.
Yeah.
I know how you like the butts.
I like everything.
Hmm But Japan.
Yeah. I mean, Rio de Janeiro looks like a scene.
Hmm
Uh,
But if you ever seen the movie Turistas,
great soccer players down
they'll take
there.
they'll take your insides.
Yeah, it's very violent. Because
Mm-hmm.
remember when London got the Olympics, Chicago and Rio were also in the running?
Mm-hmm.
Because Rio didn't get it, right?
I believe they did.
No, they did get it.
Yeah.
London got the next time around.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rio got it over us. And some people in Chicago were like, it's because of our violence. Like, no, Rio's
Yeah.
statistically a lot more violent than
Yeah.
Chicago. Japan, dude.
There's so much history.
Technology.
Technology.
I want to get in one of those fucking bullet trains.
Yeah.
They got these trains that go super fast and they run on magnets.
You know what's huge in
And
Japan?
the people are so courteous and friendly and nice, and they
Mm-hmm.
clean up after themselves. And I love sushi. Love sushi.
You do.
Love it.
Didn't know that.
Yes,
Okay.
because I'm wildly cultured.
Do you microwave sushi when you get home?
No,
Sounds like you do.
I've gotten it from the grocery store in a pinch and always regret it later because you need to go to a restaurant. With,
Whole Foods
Proper.
Whole Foods has some good sushi.
is it? Okay.
You know, surprisingly does. Well, I guess it's more of a local thing, but Mariano's, it's kind of our local grocery store here. They have
It's a
actually pretty
Kroger.
good sushi. Yeah.
I've had Mariano's before. It's pretty good.
Yeah,
it's
it's
better
not
than
bad.
Jules. I've had Jules and Mariano's, but I've not had Whole Foods.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm going to Japan. That's my next trip. Is going to Japan for Laura's 40th. I'm pretty super excited.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, get see some sumo, some fucking wrestling sumo. We're gonna see some 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 Japan wrestling. Super excited about that.
What do you mean?
New Japan
Oh,
wrestling.
it's
What
sumo.
are you watching
Just so you
now?
know.
What the hell?
What do you mean?
I didn't know you were going to that.
We were
Where?
gonna try
When
to
are
go.
you going?
October.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that's cool.
Bullet Train. We're gonna see Mount Fuji. Super excited about that.
Aw.
It's just like, and you know what's crazy about going to Japan too? I think over Brazil, it is just a whole different culture, and like, you have to like learn everything, which I love. You know what I mean? Even to be polite and do all the things you need to do, because obviously you don't want to be a dickhead when you're there.
Yeah, totally.
It just seems like
I like that they bow.
I have a feeling I'm gonna be there and be like, I fucking love it here. I think I want to move here.
the bow sounds real nice.
The bow sounds, yeah.
Yeah.
And their bows are good too.
They're like their bowels, like in their body.
A BAO, but yeah, like the little sandwiches. I don't think that's
Chinese.
That's Chinese. Thank
It's
you.
Chinese, yeah.
Yeah.
It threw me off with that one. Yeah, and Kung Fu. That's
Mhm.
also Chinese.
Godzilla
Godzilla's
Godzilla.
Japanese. There we
movies. Oh, they got great
go.
Japan.
Nintendo,
Ooh,
Mhm.
Mario.
baseball. They got baseball too.
They got baseball too.
Big baseball fans.
Mhm.
All right, yeah, Japan.
Japan.
Next
it is.
round.
Nice. This one's great. These are very similar. Real hot topic right now. The number 7 seed Canada versus the number 10 seed Australia.
Oh, damn. This is tough. Shit. These are two nations. If I've ever met anyone from Australia I didn't like? I don't think so. And I've never met anyone from Canada I don't like. I don't think so. And I hung out with some Canadian hockey players I used to pal around with here in Chicago that played for the Blackhawks. And they were some of the coolest fucking human beings you'll ever meet. And Canadian women are beautiful, but Australian women are also beautiful. Mm-hmm. Just out of geography, I'm going Canada because I'm going to get sunburned too much in Australia. So it's a personal thing with me. So sorry, Australia. I love you, but I'm going to have to go Canada.
So you're going to choose Canada over Australia because your ancestors are weak.
No, my ancestors were criminals that got sent to Australia. Some of them are over there.
Really?
So I don't know how they're doing.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't know the history of Australia?
I didn't know that. I didn't know they were Irish.
It was an English penal colony. So
I knew that.
Who do you think the English were rounding up?
Irish, yeah.
Irish, Scottish, Welsh, and
I would
their
say
own too. There's English too.
My complaint about this is that Canada's too much like the United States.
It's too similar. Yeah.
It's too similar. It's basically like, it's like if I lived in Wisconsin and I went to Minnesota. It's like the same thing.
I want to see a kangaroo too.
Pretty sweet.
Call a baby kangaroo?
A dinghy?
Austin, what do you call a baby
Joey.
Kangaroo?
A Joey. Yeah.
It's called a Joey.
Even though I've never really...
They play rugby. I like rugby.
Rugby's good. They drink a shit ton.
Yeah, they are drinkers.
You can drink when you're 18. That's fun.
You could do that in Canada.
Even earlier. And they have, you know what? And because they're so close to Asia, they have great food.
Yeah.
As well.
Canada's got poutine, which is great.
Yeah, this is gravy on fries.
It's awesome.
Yeah, but anybody can do that.
Okay.
Name one other dish they have.
I don't know. It's probably all just like American, I guess, right?
Yeah.
They're very polite.
They are very polite.
Good donuts.
You like syrup? Like syrup guy?
I love syrup. Who doesn't like syrup?
I don't.
Yeah, because you don't like pancakes or French toast or waffles.
Yeah, because
why do we take his food opinions at all, Austin? Sometimes I have to remind myself that he doesn't like those
because I don't like
things.
pastries give me something like that takes time to make.
I forgot about this courtesy.
I forgot.
Waffles.
He's all about like someone can make him something. If he went to a restaurant,
would you ever eat a pancake by itself?
A single pancake?
Yeah, by itself.
No, because that's not how pancakes are served.
No, yeah, right. Because you have to drown it in something else to make it taste good.
I don't like single cheeseburgers.
Nothing's good when you gotta drown it in something else. A piece of chicken, a little salt and pepper. God damn, that's good, baby.
You just said salt and pepper. You have
That's
to put
two
salt
things.
and pepper on the fucking
I didn't say drown
I
it.
give butter. I give butter on a pancake.
You put a little bit of butter. How about you're just a little bit of butter? You're good.
I will eat a dry pancake in a pinch if there's nothing else. I've made that
you're
mistake.
a psychopath.
Not on purpose.
You're a psychopath.
I've made it. You've never made something and been like, "Fuck, I forgot that I don't have these other ingredients," so I just have to make do.
Yeah, but I don't just take a piece of bread and eat it.
By the way, why does it matter how long it takes to make something? Because gives a shit.
I just want a little finesse.
So
Give me some finesse.
Austin, he will. One day he's going to say to us, guys, I went to this restaurant. And they're famous because it takes 3 hours for them to make every dish. And then I'll be like, how was the dish though? Not good, but dude, it took them 3 hours.
No, I'm not one of those guys.
I feel like what I do. It shouldn't. To me, it matters how it tastes. I don't care how long it takes you to make it. If you told me I made this burger in 4 minutes, I'd be like, oh well, I'd be worried about it not being cooked enough. But
True.
I wouldn't be all like skeptical of it.
Yeah, but I'd be. Oh, if you were like, oh yeah, I made all that in 4 minutes, I'd be like, you made all this in 4 minutes? If you gave me a pancake, you're like, I made it in 4 minutes. I'm like, it took you fucking 4 minutes to make this.
Well, you got to whisk it. You got to put it in the thing.
Well, I'd be like, this tastes
Add
like
water.
Shit. It tastes like water and baking soda put together. That's all it is. Water and baking soda.
Great combination then.
Is it?
It is.
Is it?
Is it?
It is.
Yes.
Oh fuck! You got bugged me.
Bugs Bunny'd his ass.
Got him.
Next round.
Okay,
Or no,
we
we
didn't finish.
didn't finish this one.
I'm
What'd we
going to
pick?
go Australia on this one. They also have
All right, you've convinced me to go Australia as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I
I'm
do
gonna
love
go
winter
Australia.
sports. That's the problem.
I know. It's
love winter
close.
sports.
Canada, we love you, but I'm going Australia on
Yeah.
this.
That was a hard one.
Very hard one because there's a lot of great Canadian celebrities too.
I don't go back to Australia. We should take an Australia trip.
I'd go to Australia.
It's pretty fun.
I want to go. Okay, the number 3 seed Germany versus the number 14 seed Mexico.
I think I'm going Mexico on this one. I'm German. It's all my family's from there. I don't like Lederhosen.
You know what though?
They like to drink.
They love beer.
They do love beer.
I love beer. They
But Mexico loves to get fucked. But
Mexico loves beer too.
Well, Mexico loves the party. Germany, the party's hard. Do you know what I mean?
yeah. Yeah.
Germany? Do you know what I mean? Germany? Do you know what I mean?
Germany. I like that they
Mexico has the
they don't
ocean.
hide from their past. They admit that they they had this past. They own it. They go it was a bad thing. That was horrible. They're great with machines, cars.
So you like Germany because they own their past?
Well, no, I respect that.
Whoopsies.
Yeah, well, they don't whoopsie it. They like acknowledge it, where some nations don't. They
The
try to
food-
shoo it.
Dude, the Mexican food's got so much history to it.
Mexican food's amazing. I do love it.
incredible.
I love German food though too.
It is good. Like
German
a schnitzel.
food's great,
Big fan of the
man.
schnitzel.
I mean, pretty much it's just all the meats we have over here. We basically copied from them in a lot of ways.
But they have cold potatoes. Ugh,
Oh, I don't know. I didn't know they had cold potatoes.
not a fan.
God, this is tough. Mexico versus Germany. Mexico versus Germany.
Mexico's prettier than
Is it?
Germany. I
Maybe
consider
along the
I
coast.
consider
and
cold
Cancun
still
looks
prettier.
pretty. Cancun does look pretty.
I went to Mexico City last year. I loved it. I thought it's such an interesting city, and there's so much culture there, which I loved.
You know what? I'm gonna go Mexico.
Really?
We'll go Mexico. Yeah.
Okay.
There's some history there, obviously, that like with the Mayans and the Aztecs, and, I love Mexican food so much. Yeah, my cousin's wife's Mexican. Yeah, I'll go with that.
Okay, Mexico it is. Look at us.
Okay, that was a tough one though. Germany.
I would have been easily swayed to Germany if you would push it pretty hard.
I was close to trying to get you over to that one, but I won Korea versus Italy, so I don't care if I win another round.
Oh, thank you, Joe.
So yeah,
Mexico it is.
Good. All right. Last one of the first round here is we have the number 6 seed India versus the number 11 seed Spain.
Spain.
India.
Whoa. What?
I'm going India.
Tapas? You like tapas?
I have Indian fans. Some amazing Indian women were big fans of my stand-up and sent me a lot of DMs about my stand-up when I put out my second special on YouTube. To the point where I remember thinking I might be able to go do some stand-up comedy in India. No disrespect to Spain. Spain's a country I'd love to go to. If I were to list my like top 5 countries I want to go to, Spain's on that list. I just I love Indian food. I've been a big fan of Indian food lately. That Bollywood seems like a lot of fun.
Does seem like fun.
Yeah, and
The weddings are fun.
yes, yeah, very
do a lot
colorful.
of Indian
I
weddings.
like some of the fashion they throw in there.
True.
The whatever it's called that they do in the hands, with like almost looks like
Oh, yeah.
tattoos on the
Yeah,
hands.
what is that?
I forget the name of it.
Henna.
What's it called?
Henna art.
Thank you for saying that. Yeah. But Spain, the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain. I've been told. They got bulls.
They got bulls.
Got them bulls running around.
I find them to be a nicer people than Italians, personally.
What does that mean? That doesn't say much.
I think their food's incredible. They like to drink. I think their food's incredible. They like to drink. I think
That's
their
all you
food's
need.
incredible. They like
I
to
do
drink.
like Spanish food. Spanish rice is very delicious.
Some paella.
So there's probably a lot of
Love paella.
Spanish food probably influenced Mexican food to a degree. I'm sure there's some mingle in there.
And it honestly,
They
it has a
colonized a
very
lot of
Italy
places,
feel
though,
to
Spain.
it, but nicer people. Like it even looks kind of like Italy to me a little bit. I like Spain.
Spain colonized a lot of people though, so that's a knock on them. I'm gonna go India though. I'm gonna stay firm on India. You convinced me on the last two. You brought me over to Australia and you brought
Yeah.
me over to Mexico. You're not gonna bring me
Spain's
over
too
on
much
this
because
one.
I'm saying it's like Italy. Trying to help
That's not helping. That's not helping. No, I tell you,
I do like Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom.
I got some love for the Indian people. I got love for India.
Yeah.
So
All right. India it is.
shout out to Sushmita. That's the name of
I hope the guide you're saying that right.
I think I am.
Okay.
Beautiful. I'll show you a profile picture after this.
Yeah, please do.
Okay.
She's a lawyer in India.
Oh, great.
All right. We're down to the exciting 8, we're calling this one.
Exciting eights.
All right, we got the number 1 seed China versus
Yeah.
the number 9 seed South Korea.
China versus South Korea. China. You say China?
Yeah.
China.
Yeah, I go China.
China.
Yeah,
What?
China.
Are we serious? Wow.
Um,
To me, that's a surprise.
Oh, I thought you went China. That's why I didn't put a fight. You just said China too, Austin.
No, he said, did I?
Oh, did you say
I was
China?
like,
Oh, I
saying
see.
that the first one is China, yeah.
Why are you going China? Show your work.
Austin questioned me, and now I'm questioning myself, and I think I might want to go South Korea.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go South Korea too. Look, I love Chinese food. Love Chinese food.
Right.
Yeah, I do too.
They're not good on human rights. They're the world's biggest polluters, right? So it's a lot of pollution. There are a billion of them. You know what I mean? So when you're over there, you're going to be like fucking asses to ankles everywhere you go. It's just too many people.
Who makes the Apple iPhone?
They do.
Okay.
And they don't do a good job.
Instead of paying
anymore.
people more, they were like, we'll just put nets out there.
Yeah, because people were just killing themselves
Right.
off of this.
Off that. They're
And
like,
as
well,
pro
we'll help
suicide
us
as I
in that.
am, that's a dickish thing to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
I like the idea of like looking down and seeing the net. You're like, I can make it through that to kill myself.
I think
There's
a lot of
easier
them
ways to
jumping
kill
like, oh, I
yourself.
forgot the fucking net. I forgot to put the goddamn net in.
Yeah. Or they're like, or you're like, hey man, there's like a little ride outside the window now. So you just are constantly jumping out because you get to land on a net. It's kind of like
Flintstones when he slides down the dinosaur's tail, the Ebba-Debba-Doo time.
yeah.
They're just like, hey, I'm going home early. I'm going to go cut down the net. Why walk out the front door when you could jump down a fun-ass net? Good
Right.
thinking, Jonah.
Yeah, I was thinking like SeaWorld where they had like the net thing you can play on. It's kind of like that too.
Oh, yeah. Before
Yeah.
a whale eats you. Bastards at SeaWorld. For human rights, I'm going Korea. South Korea.
Thank God. Okay.
South.
Yeah.
Let's be
I'm
clear.
gonna second what you're saying. South Korea. It
All
is.
right, cool.
South Korea. Fuck you, China.
Whoa.
Careful, man. There's a
Whoa,
billion
whoa.
of them. I
We
just
need
said
to
that.
True.
Fucking
Sorry,
kill
you're
you.
right,
We
you're
love
right.
you. We love
Sorry.
you.
No, I don't mean
We're
that.
just leaning.
I don't mean that.
Korea.
I take that back.
I like Chinese people and food. God, that's a tough one. That was a hard one.
That was a hard one.
All right. Number 13 seed Netherlands versus the number 5 seed the United Kingdom.
I'm going Netherlands on that one. I think it's a chiller time. I think they're chiller.
I think they're chiller too.
The weather's better.
Probably not much better though.
A little better.
Be a little better.
Yeah, I heard it's very freeing.
It's just
town.
across the way there from it. Do you know where the
Yeah, but
Netherlands
like, I mean, you know, we're just down the way from Wisconsin. We get better.
are? I do like that they seem to have more of a like just smoke weed. We got that red light district. Yeah, they seem
You
to have
love
a lot-
that.
It's one of the most freest places ranked when they have like freedom rankings.
Mm-hmm.
So
Anyone-
to
anyone I know that
'cause we're
goes-
we're thinking about us as people of travel too.
right.
Dude,
Clogs?
The UK is because I want to go to Manchester in London soon.
You know what you can do is you can stop her on your way to
All right, Netherlands.
Netherlands. It is.
Good choice. There went the United Kingdom. All right. This one's the hardest one. This one would be my final two if I had to say in this. The number 2 seed Japan versus the number 10 seed Australia.
Oh, Japan. I'm going Japan all day on that. I love Australia, but was a little bit one notey when I was there. Very pretty. Also, Sydney, one of the cleanest cities I've ever been in. It felt like San Francisco, but like clean.
Yeah, San Francisco's not clean. I'm going to go Japan again. I just have a lot of respect for... I'm always seeing these random videos where it's like Japanese baseball fans cleaning up after a game, where they're picking up for themselves. Everyone seems to know rules where like... You know, it's like everyone going up the escalator at one way. Like, there's just organization there I respect. They're very innovative. Also, we did a couple stupid things to them during World War II that I feel like, as an American, I'd like to go over there and be like, that wasn't me.
So you got a little American guilt on that?
A little American guilt on that one. I mean, do we have to drop fucking 2?
Right.
That was a bit much. You know,
Right.
1 would have sufficed, or none looking back.
Yeah.
They love baseball. I want to see a baseball game over there because their crowds look
Hey, you're
fun.
really focusing things on baseball.
Well, it's just like there's certain things you want to see how other cultures do. Like if I go down to the Caribbean, if I go to the Dominican Republic, I want to see a baseball game,
Right.
right? Because like whenever I see footage
Again,
of those
baseball.
crowds-
Still talking about baseball.
Well, dude, when I go to Europe, I want to see a concert too. Because whenever I see like some of my favorite bands, like Europe, like so I would love to see Oasis in London or
Wembley, yeah.
Manchester or anywhere over there, because just like the crowds seem more into it. You don't see as many people on their phones and stuff. So there's certain things that I see via the internet where I'm like, oh, I want to experience that. And with Japan, I want to go to one of their baseball games. So yeah, I'm going Japan as well.
Yeah, Japan. 100%. That was easy.
Okay. Very good. All right. The number 14 seed Mexico versus the number 6 seed India.
Yeah, I got to go Mexico.
Mexico.
Sorry, India. I love you. I told you that in the beginning. I'm still big fans. But I like Mexican food better than Indian food, although I do love Indian food. It's a way shorter flight. Yeah, and there's just some activities. There's some fun stuff you can see down there. There's beaches are good. Yeah, I want to check that out. Some of the architecture looks really cool. Yeah, I want to go there. Some earliest settlers of North America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Mexico.
I'm going to Mexico too.
Strictly for food for me.
Great. Here we go to the
And they have baseball down there.
Hell yeah.
to the Valacious Four.
Which is 4.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
But read off the top 4. Remind everyone who's in the
Why
final
can't we just
4.
call it the Fantastic Four?
That's you just said it. That's a whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
Come on. All right. So we got the number 9 seed.
Fiverous Four.
Okay. We got the number 9
The
seed.
Feverous Four.
Feverish. We got the number 9 seed South Korea versus the number 13 seed the Netherlands.
Netherlands. Let's fucking go. No.
I still have to go Netherlands.
Really?
Yeah.
But the food, Joe. The food.
South Korean food is great.
South Korean action films?
Korean barbecue.
What are we doing here?
Action food is great.
The Netherlands to me is a little too chill. Like, I like chill, but I also like action.
I want to ride a bike around Amsterdam High.
That's chill, right?
Yeah.
But, what if you want to punch somebody in the face?
They're trained over in
They're too
South
chill
Korea. I
over
might
there.
lose that.
Huh? Exactly. Don't you want that? You don't know? What's going on?
Dutch guys are tall.
You can go
Is
see
that- or is
some-
that Denmark.
Yeah.
I don't want to be short. One of those countries, the average height of a dude is 6'2", average.
Mm-hmm.
Means most of them are taller.
Right.
I don't know if that's Denmark or the Netherlands, though.
You can see
South
some good,
Korea, I would
You
tower.
can see some good fights out there. South Korea.
Fuck, you convinced me. South Korea.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, let's go.
Say some Muay Thai.
I don't know what that is, but sure.
Man, that's crazy. South Korea all the way to the finals. Who
Yeah.
would've
And
thought?
what was that, number 13 seed too?
That was the number 9 seed.
Oh, wow.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, big one here. Number 2 seed Japan. Number 14 seed Mexico.
We're going to Japan on that one.
I got to go Japan too.
Really? Nice.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I've been wanting to go
I
to
love
Japan.
Mexican food, but Japan to me just seems like
I love Mexican food too, but I also love sushi.
yeah.
I'm a huge sushi fan.
I feel like Japan, you could really live in that space in Japan. There's so much to do. It's I like what you said. It's a very like
The only thing is I don't like having to take my shoes off when I walk into a room.
I don't think it's as many places as you think. But also like you can rent a family out there. That's fun.
Yeah.
Like if you need a dad, you can rent a dad. We both need dads.
Like my dad's irreplaceable. But yeah, I definitely.
Well,
I,
you don't
I
replace
know,
your
I
dad.
know.
You rent a dad.
Rent, that's true.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm due for an all-you-can-eat sushi buffet soon. I just remembered.
Let's fucking go, dude.
Dude, yeah. Because here's the thing. I experience a lot of Mexican culture in Chicago, and I appreciate it. There's not a lot of Japanese culture in Chicago. There just really
We don't
isn't.
seek it out.
But we don't. But there really isn't a Japanese neighborhood in
Well, Chinatown.
That's Chinese.
I know.
I figured you were doing something with that. Sorry, I overreacted. So yeah, Japan, they're on the cutting edge of a lot of things. They're innovative, great food. And I just love how courteous the people are.
Mm-hmm.
I could go see wrestling and we could go see baseball. We could do a doubleheader of wrestling and
Yeah, we
baseball.
could do that 100%.
That sounds awesome.
We can finish out with some sumo.
Good call.
Great.
So Japan's our best country in the world.
No,
No, it's
down to
Japan
the final
versus-
two.
Japan versus South Korea.
The number
Yeah.
9 seed South Korea versus the number 2 seed Japan.
I didn't think we'd have two
Wow.
Asian countries in the top two.
I know. Don't they hate each other too?
Yeah, I think
According
they
to
do
Saku,
actually.
our friend comedian
friend Saku,
Saku,
yeah.
yes, they hate each other.
And according to history, actually, I think Japan enslaved some
Okay,
Koreans. at one
Japan's
point.
bigger.
That's not great.
I think they all hate China though. I think there's a hierarchy.
I think
of the
everyone in the
hatred.
world hates everyone, so
Yeah.
we're probably something we should take out of the equation.
Japan's bigger.
Yes.
You have the history of the samurai. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
You do. And they're all about enlightenment. That's pretty
Yeah.
sweet.
There's a lot of Japanese movies I like, and I know South Korea is killing it lately in
Killing it lately.
cinema. But
Mhm.
here's the thing, and
Bigger is more to see.
South Korean friends are not going to like this, but I think I'm going to sum up my decision with this alone.
Okay.
If I come back from a trip and someone's like, "Hey, I noticed you were gone for a few weeks. Where'd you go?" And I tell them Japan, I'm getting a lot of, "Damn, that's awesome."
Right?
If I say South Korea, I will probably get a few, "Oh, cool," but it'll be like I wouldn't have thought you would go to South Korea. And also, why South Korea?
Yeah.
And then when you explain it, they'd be like, "Oh, yeah, you know what? Great decision." But Japan, you get the
Yeah.
instant, "That's awesome."
But there's also the ones where they're like, South Korea, like, wait, is that the best? No, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Right?
Good point. Japan.
Japan.
Wow, great
Man,
choice.
we started off really debating on that one. But the thing is, I think all the debates up front really helped us go through the other
It really
brackets.
did.
Yeah.
Look, there's a lot of wonderful countries on that list. And if your country didn't do as well as you thought,
Make more money.
yeah.
Get a
Look,
better
Ireland
seat.
wasn't even in the running.
If you weren't on the list, make some more money, dude.
Yeah,
What are you doing?
dude.
What are you doing? Listen to the podcast. Go make some money for your country. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, there was some countries that I like a lot that didn't crack the list.
Right.
So there you go. It happens. And if we didn't choose your country to advance and you thought we should have, we also apologize there, right? This is just opinions of two dumb guys. Don't take it
Yeah, we
seriously.
dumb, dude. We dumb.
We dumb.
You know, you listen to the podcast. It's called Let's Get Dumb. What are you talking about?
That's what's going on. So thank you
It's
for
not called
listening.
Let's Get Smart.
No, fuck that.
Right.
Thank you for listening to the podcast, everybody. Make sure you subscribe to us on all the socials, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Share the videos. Tell us what we got right and wrong. A Patreon is in the works. wish Jonah good luck. They're taping the Blackout Diaries pilot this Sunday. The shows are sold out.
Pretty excited.
Very excited for you there. I will be in the one show I don't think I could plug really or I don't need to, but I'll be in South Bend April 4th, Indiana. Early advance warning. I'll be headlining Dr. Grins in Grand Rapids, Michigan in Memorial Day weekend in May. And then I got a lot of gigs around Chicago in between those two things. And I'm booking out the summer right now. So stay tuned there. Check out my stand-up comedy specials on YouTube if you can. I really appreciate that. And cheers to you and yours.